Pop on the chat.
Yeah, no worries. Awesome. Live. Perfect. So this is the second UFC fight review we're doing. This is lovely Boston Comments with me as well.
Hello.
So I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're going to make these a lot more regular. And as of next week, everyone, if they follow the social, will see the awards, which is going to be awesome.
I'm so excited for that. It's going to be epic. That is going to be a revolutionary game changer for all of UFC reviews everywhere. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, because of obviously the awards that have been given 2 weeks ago are just nonsense.
Nonsense. Especially rep of the year. No offense, Herb. Come on.
No, Dolph Lundgren himself. If he dies, he dies. Yeah. Really, isn't it? But we're here to talk about Lewis and Daukaus, which is under the radar card, I'd say. Not many people were really tuning into it. According, in MMA Twitter land anyway. But there were some absolute bangers on this card, and one of my favorite fighters, which I do want to start with. They're going to be in random orders, so feel free to throw one after this. But I just want to get in because I put some money on him after round 2, which is Gerald Mitchell.
Okay.
When he was plus 500 on the thing. As soon as it read that out live in game, I was like, throw some money on Gerald because he's one of my favorites, and he's had a really good 2021 after getting whooped by Hamzat with one punch. So I just kind of want your opinion on how good Gerald's been over this year, because he was getting, pretty much beating the shit out of for two rounds. He was tired. He was getting knackered. He was offering nothing in return, and then all of a sudden, Duke Rufus kind of slapped him in the face and told him just do your thing, and it worked.
It did. It took 3 rounds, but it worked. I don't like anything beyond the 500s in the betting range. Like, you can talk to Aaron. I'm not a fan. I don't bet on this shit, so I'm still learning my way around the odds and stuff. But when I hear, the 500 range plus or minus, it drives me crazy. I don't know how you cappers do it, but it just fucking drives me crazy because these matchups, if you look at them, they're pretty typically well matched up. And then you hear shit like, what was he? He said he was a plus 500?
Going into the 3rd round because he's 2 rounds down, yeah.
That's so annoying. But you obviously made money off of that, yeah?
Only Gerald is the person I would put that money on.
There you go.
With his grappling. Yeah, it was.
And he got the submission, so there you go.
Exactly. So he's the man, isn't he? I love Gerald Meerschaert. So I feel really bad for him after the whole Hamzat deal because people thought he was crap, but he's not.
I know.
It's just
anybody who fights him is now going to be dubbed crap, but that's a tough competitor. So I mean, that says everything you need to know about the man. I mean, it did take 3 rounds, but sometimes it takes till the end. It's not always going to be that. Cub Swanson got it. I can't wait to talk about Cub.
But jump into Cubby. There's not loads to say about Gerald other than I just wanted to give him some praise.
Give him some praise. Shout him out again. Type his name in the chat. Let's get him on the fucking channel, dude.
Yeah, if only. But yeah, man, I just love Gerald, and I think the submission as well. As soon as he gets your back, these middleweights, you can put him away, and that's the only way you're going to finish him. If he gets you onto the mat, he's much like a Paul Craig to me, where he needs to start pulling guard more because he's not great at the takedown part. It's because he's pure jiu-jitsu.
I love Paul Craig too. I'm glad you brought him up. Just the jiu-jitsu on that man. I love watching him grapple.
Yeah, he's brilliant, and he's actually a sneak peek. He's in my nomination for submission, which wasn't nominated in the overalls, I don't think, on the awards. The Jamal Hill one.
Sleeper nomination. God bless you, Lewis, because that is a fire nomination that I don't think many UFC Just Bleed fans would pick. So that is beautiful. I love that.
And but let's talk about Cubby then, because obviously you're a man and you love him to bits. I'll let you.
Well, that fight. I know it was only 1 round, but that was a good fight up until the end. Like, they were both going back and forth. You got to give it to both fighters. That could have gone either way. And Cub just got it done the way he should. It was so glorious.
With the wheel kick, yeah. Darren Elkins is always a dangerous guy, but he's not. He's so unorthodox. He doesn't look technically brilliant, but he beat Mirsad Bektic after getting dominated for 14 minutes, and he's got all these underdog wins on him. So when he was getting pieced up by Cub for the first 2 minutes, he's getting hit a lot. I was like, nah, Darren's got, Darren just grind it out to the 3rd round. He'll be pissing blood. He'll be fine. And just Cub Swanson is, that was vintage. That was wicked. And he's talking about going down to 135.
Card, and people are like, "What? It was only one round." I'm like, "But it was the most exciting one. It was like so exciting from start to finish, from that 2 minutes and 55 seconds. I think it was, right?
Something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And now he's thinking about cutting down to 135.
This whole weight, a lot of fighters. I've been hearing that more and more. Fighters moving up and down. You know,
I don't like fighters moving down.
No, stick to where you're at. You're doing good. Stick to your natural weight.
Yeah, because you'll get the dehydration problem. Maybe he's a bit chinny after that. You know, think what happened to Garbrandt, that kind of chinny.
Oh man, that's devastating, dude. Oh. He looked emaciated. He looked sick in weigh-ins, and it showed when he fought. Like, you can't, on the body, to regain all that weight and water when it comes time to fight. It's just not healthy, man. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. And Cody's he's a good fighter, man. Look what he did early on in his career, and like new viewers have only seen Cody like lose.
Effectively, yeah.
Effectively, yes, correct.
Yeah, so, he's knocked out as well, not just lose, been finished, which he is unbeaten after Dominic Cruz still. So beating Thomas Almeida, he was the first one to kind of end the hype of Almeida, and there's some. Oh, mate, Cody. Yeah, we talked about Cody last week, and I don't know what happened to him.
Sucks to see.
Because I think Mark Henry's ruined him.
To do with it.
I think Mark Henry's ruined him a little bit.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah, because he's no offensive wrestling, no defensive wrestling. Like, at least Alpha Male kind of brought that out of him, and he had people that he grew up with there. And then, Mark Henry's saying just counter strike with your right hand, and it's a bit.
I was very worried about Cody the last card, and he just proved everybody right.
Sadly,
he's got a lot of fans too. He's got a lot of fan pull, but he wasn't on this card, so we can move on.
Yeah. So we can scrap. Yeah, forget about Cody Garbrandt. But what other fights excited you on that? Then so your favorite was Cub Swanson.
Yeah.
What was another one that kind of rang out?
What was another one? I did not. I actually, if we can talk about fights I didn't love, I know that Angela Hill got fight of the night, right?
Oh, robbed.
I know she was robbed, but I do not agree with that was fight of the night.
No, it wasn't fight of the night.
I did not, and I mean with all due respect, I did not enjoy that fight whatsoever.
Did you know? I enjoyed the third round. I'll say that, but I don't understand how it's fight of the night. I can name 3 fights that were better. The Charles Jourdain Andre Ewell fight was phenomenal, especially the last round.
Arthur kick? Are you kidding me?
And scream into a camera. I mean, that dude. That was his last fight in his contract. He said he's definitely getting another contract. Like, you don't.
I think I watched that fight 15 times from Saturday till now. It was so good.
It's a wicked fight, isn't it?
So good. And then
Andre Ewell's my mug as well.
Such a statement, and then it still come to decision. Like, it was just thing of beauty. But kudos to Ewell too. So both guys really showed up.
After the first round, he kind of, I wouldn't say gassed, but he slowed down dramatically. And
as most fighters do.
Yeah, the pace was quite high for him to be beating Jourdain for 3 rounds with that pace. But no, I think Charles Jourdain he's a little sleeper in this division. He is super technical. The powers, he's going to have like the Bisping effect, the wear you down pillow fist kind of effect. It's not going to be a one-shot knockout, but he's
fun to watch. He's fun to watch. He's unpredictable. You can't always tell what he's going to do next. I don't know. He's fun to watch, and he proved it in that fight. That was an exciting fight. People are still talking about it.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's a breakthrough fighter for 2022, to be honest with you.
Put him down in your nominations.
Yeah. My nominations list is I've got to like shrink it from this to this. Like,
it's hard to pick. I mean, there's a lot going on. Yeah, I'm having trouble with ref of the year. Like,
okay. That was easy for me. That was it.
Who are you picking? Herzog?
Yeah,
of course. Who wouldn't?
It's the best ref is the one you don't think of, because you're not meant to see the ref. The ref is meant to be invisible. That's the point of the fight.
Jason Herzog is
the Don.
Oh,
he is.
And
him Goddard. Him and Goddard are the best.
Him and who?
Mark Goddard. They are the best. Mark Goddard is.
I like
still today. Yeah.
Just with the braids.
Yeah.
He was fun. He was actually at the combat jiu-jitsu last night.
Oh, was he?
On UFC Fight Pass. He was reffing a lot of the shit. So
I haven't watched it yet. It's on my to watch. Yeah.
No spoilers. It was good. There was a lot of good performances.
Brilliant.
People are talking shit. Like, well, either pick MMA or pick jiu-jitsu. It's like, combat sports. Combat sports. Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished the kickboxing from the weekend, and I've got Daukaus to watch, a lot of Muay Thai, and then I've been watching a lot of karate combat lately, which is actually surprisingly fun to watch.
Karate's fun and slept on.
It's the it is slept on in MMA, but when they're actually it's the whole layout with the ramp system. Have you seen it? It's like a pit.
I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a karate casual, and I'll be the first to admit very
with
much
techniques I am. But the whole idea is a pit. So if you back against, there's no fence, there's no end of mat or anything. It's a slight ramp, so you'll fall over. And you can strike a downed opponent. You just can't get in a guard or anything like that.
You can knee a grounded opponent.
It's similar to Muay Thai, except when you obviously knock someone over in Muay Thai, they stand back up. It's like kickboxing. You don't strike a downed opponent.
You can though.
You can in karate combat though, and Bas Rutten commentates, so what's better than that? And with Lyoto Machida. So, but okay. I'm just having a look through the ones I've circled here.
I have a couple that I've circled as well.
Okay.
And Jordan was high on my list of shit that I wanted to talk about. And Cub.
Yeah.
So,
and Cubby.
What else do you say about Cub Swanson? You know what I mean? You know where you're getting with him.
Other than I don't know what's really next for him, because he's kind of fought everybody. So
do you think he might retire? This was such a statement win because Elkins is not. I know that not every casual viewer, and I hate to use that term, but not every casual viewer will know Elkins. But if you watch the sport, you know that he's not an easy opponent. So
no.
And this was his last fight where like his whole family was there to witness. Like that was beautiful to me to see him so emotional over having his fucking kids who are carbon copies of him.
Yeah.
Like, watch him get this monumental win. Do you think he would retire?
It's a possibility. I think because in the post he was talking about cutting to 135. I think he would kick himself if he didn't do it after talking about it.
Who's he gonna fight at one? All right, maybe. How old is he? He's got to be like getting close to the mid-30s, right?
I would have thought mid-30s. I'll get the old Google up, but he.
I gotta know. Not that matters. Like I guess at that weight, because you look at people.
Oh, he's 38.
Oh, see, that makes a big difference, dude.
I think
he would. That at 38. God, you gotta just love this fucking guy. He's just phenomenal. 38, and he's still doing shit like that. If he was explosive in that ring.
Don't cut down. That'd be my advice. Don't.
Why would he though? If he's still dominating at his weight, why would he cut?
I don't know. Maybe he feels like he couldn't. He's not going to win a belt. He's nowhere near that good enough for the division. But he's definitely good enough.
Not always about the belt though.
No, exactly. But he's definitely good enough to create hype fights now. He can pick and choose. Maybe he can do kind of a Nate Diaz approach to his own division. He can pick and choose fun fights for him.
I guess.
For his rest of his career. Maybe a money fight.
That's what sucks about MMA. Like, there's so much to love about it, but there is one thing, and it's that it's either belt or nothing. And it should not be about. We should obviously praise the best of the best, but it's not everybody can get the belt. So like, let's take your greatness for what it is. You're still one of the best of the best. Cub is one of the best to ever do it. He's an icon to the sport. Just because you don't get the belt doesn't mean you're not going to be remembered as one of the best of all time.
Exactly.
That's so annoying. And that's where I get annoyed with Dustin Poirier. People like to hate because they're like, oh, he's never won the belt. Look at his fucking record, though. Shut up.
Won an interim belt. That's still something. Carlos Condit won an interim belt.
It's like a participation trophy. Just really annoying.
That hurts me.
It hurts me too, Lewis.
Yeah, Cubby can, I think, pick and choose. If he's going to decide to cut, I'd rather him retire. But can you retire off the wheel kicking Derek Elkins?
Retire, man. I know he was chatting about 135, but this is a nice, comfortable, and respectable spot to be like, you know what? My family saw this last. Do you want to end like Cody Garbrandt, where you like have this incredible career and then you like are on a serious decline?
Yeah.
Or do you want to end it like, yo, Cub Swanson, everybody knows your name. Even if they don't know MMA, they've heard of Cub Swanson. Like,
yeah,
his name is Kevin, and everyone knows him as Cub Swanson. You know what I mean? Like, All right.
I think we need to get some Cub T-shirts next time. Just wear just his face.
Let's do it.
It's his face.
I want to know what you think of the Ricky fight, Ricky Simon.
Simon.
What did I say? Simone.
It's
Do you
Simone,
know?
isn't it? Yeah, Ricky Simon's what we call him in England.
That's how the Bostons say it.
Yeah, good.
I want to know if you think that he could take on Sean O'Malley, and just be careful with your response, knowing I can get a bit explosive.
Okay, before I answer, then, are you a fan of Sean O'Malley?
It's like you don't even know me.
Fan of him or his fighting? Because I love his fighting.
Not a fan
I hate him. Okay.
I think he's got very good precision, but I think it's hard to judge his talent based on the people that he has fought. I'm not going to go wild because people have given me a lot of hate for giving Sean hate.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
I think stylistically, Ricky would have a better chance than most because Sean gets hit a lot. He's long. The fights he dictates the pace and creates all the opportunities where he lands the 100+ significant strikes is when he's fighting people who have a significant disadvantage in reach. Do you want a paper? You need a paper bag. Ricky Simon, I'm going to call him Simon as well. Pushes pace hard.
For my honor.
He really gets in close, and he's got power.
Got power. He's big for.
He's also got elite kicker. He didn't really use it in the last fight because he didn't need it. But what Cheeto did to people on my channel are really brown nosing Sean O'Malley.
Oh my God, they're brown nosing him everywhere, Lewis.
And I slag him off every time I can because I don't like him. Cheeto Vera ripped him apart, in my opinion.
And of course he did.
Showed him for what he actually truly is, which is
it wasn't a freak
an easy hittable chin up target.
He's got bones made of glass, bro.
He does Weetabix bones, as we call him here. You have Weetabix over there?
What did you say it was?
Weetabix. Do you have that over there?
No, but I love it and I will use it.
It's like a mushy cardboard cereal, so I call him Weetabix bones.
I love that so much.
Don't eat it.
Fantastic. He's got fucking Weetabix bones.
Yeah. I'll show you a picture of it. But yeah, I think Sean stylistically could be. I think Sean would pick apart Cody Garbrandt based on size, based on technique, movement, everything. I think Cody's too much of a plodder. He hasn't shown movement in the last 5 fights like he did against Dominic Cruz. He hasn't implemented movement at all. And I think them sort of fights is what Sean can build his name off and generate a lot of hype. But someone like Simone, who is so elusive, so powerful, on the up as well. He's the real dark horse. He looked damn good. Sunsao is obviously on the decline, but Sunsao's only lost to the best people. Only ever the best people.
Okay.
And he's been at the top of this division for about 6 or 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say Ricky would win a decision over Sean. I don't know if he would finish him just based on technicalities and styles make fights. Okay. I'm putting this on the screen. O'Malley is a gobshite, 100% Jim. I'm glad. Yeah.
I knew I could count on you, Jim.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. But yeah, I think Ricky would take him. I think it would be a pretty decisive. If it's over 3 rounds, 5 rounds, whatever. Yeah, Ricky's got that.
It's hard to say because I know Sean O'Malley is good. I'm not saying he's not good. Yeah, I hate him because I hate his fucking personality. But what I saw against him and Cheeto versus what I saw against him and everybody else, he brought his fight against what was his name, Chris Mutino.
Mm-hmm.
That was stopped early. That almost went to decision within 30 seconds
to go.
Yeah. So that was Chris Mutino's UFC debut, and he's 9-5. If you're as good as everybody says you are, that should have been an easy finish within the first or second round, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I know that Chris has a chin, but dude.
Yeah.
And Chris rocked him a couple times in that fight. I'm not saying Sean isn't good, but I'm saying he is way overhyped. And I think
you're right. He's overhyped. The best win on his record is Almeida still, but Almeida's he's never been the same.
Ask Aaron about Almeida the next time you talk to him.
Yeah, probably. But Almeida's never been the same since he lost to Garbrandt. He just went bang into the dirt. So
not the best. Anyway. I still picked him to win against O'Malley. That's how much I hate him. And Aaron was like, that is the most embarrassing pick you've ever picked. I'm like, I refuse to pick Sean. Sorry. I'm still picking Almeida. I don't care what you say. Freak shit happens all the time.
Oh, I
But I
love
think
it.
Ricky would.
I love
I
it.
think Ricky would be good. It would be like what power versus like surgical. It would be a cool matchup stylistically.
You'd have to really. Well, other than Uriah, he beat Ricky, didn't he? He knocked him out on his comeback
Uriah
fight.
did. Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber knocked Ricky Simone
Yeah,
out.
but Uriah is also really, really fucking good too. Not maybe
Yeah,
not
that was
now.
on his comeback, and it was like his first knockout in a long time. But other than so long ago, yeah, Ricky's just good, man.
Ricky was good on the Contender Series, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's so good. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's underrated. I'd back Ricky. I hope they make a fight like that.
I want to ask you about, and that is
Sure.
Well, I didn't know this is a popular one. Like I like to talk about usually when we're doing predictions, I like talking about the prelim card, but this one I'm curious about. Belal versus fucking Stephen Thompson. Come on.
Mate.
What?
The amount of people. Okay, my prediction on this was way off. As I'm sure most people's was.
Did you pick Thompson?
Big time.
Even though you saw the way he fought last time, right?
I did, but it was against Gilbert Burns, who I put as the man. I put him like he's the second best in his division. I think Gilbert Burns would beat Leon.
He's underrated too. People talk shit about him. And they shouldn't. I don't know why they talk shit about
He's
Burns.
also one of the best grapplers on the planet. So
if you say Burns, people will be like, "Oh, he's washed." Like, what are you talking about?
Phenomenal athlete, and
he's what number is he? Number 4, 5, 3? He might even be 3 in this division. What number is he?
Well, it's him, Leon, and like Colby all circulating 1, 2, and 3, isn't it?
Okay. So all right. So he's up there with the best. Then that's all that matters, right?
So, exactly. So, but Stephen again, he has Stephen Thompson, right? So people only comment after the fight. So they come back to the video and then chat shit.
Oh, do they?
And they're saying, "Oh, this prediction ends well," or this, yeah, exactly.
I love saying, "Oh, this aged well." Go fuck yourself, dude.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's a discussion channel, not a betting channel or anything like that.
Thank you. What you just said, Lewis.
Yeah, it's it just made me laugh because someone put to me today, and I'll reply to the comment if you're watching this video, mate, which is clearly you've never. They said if you've seen Stephen Thompson's grappling and seen Belal's grappling, you'd know Belal would have won this fight. And I said, okay, if you've seen Stephen Thompson striking and seen Belal striking, you'd know Stephen Thompson win this fight. I said, that's not an argument. I said, one game plan got implemented better than the other. One individual is far greater than I gave him credit for. I hate Belal Muhammad. He's a knob.
We all do.
But he was brilliant. He was so brilliant.
Yes.
And I hate this thing of, he's undefeated in his last 7 outings or whatever. I'm like, nah, Leon Edwards beat the shit out of you.
Wait, Belal is undefeated? You can't count that I posted.
No contest. No contest.
Okay.
He lost.
No. Oh my God. If you watch the fight, or are you just going on Tapology? Like, what do you? If you watch the fight, you can join the discussion. If you didn't, I don't really want to talk to you. That's unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, hindsight 2020. Aaron's in the chat. Hey, Aaron.
Lovely. Oh, what's up, Aaron?
Got to follow his channel, everyone. Aaron the Dog MMA. Betting breakdowns.
Is he just
the best?
Oh, I thought he was pitching his own channel. I'm like, damn, dude, give us 1 minute on Norton MMA.
But yeah, Belal to me, he was very good. Calling out Kamaru Usman is dumb.
So stupid.
I mean, he's ranked 10. He's ranked 10.
I'm sorry. That was dumb. You're gonna call out Usman?
And he's saying, yeah, he said, I've just beat Damian Maia and Stephen Thompson, and Leon finger poked me in the eye. You're saying he deserves a shot over me? I'm like, yeah, he does.
I think he backtracked and went Leon again because he realized how dumb it was to call out Usman. I'm not even like the biggest Usman.
Could you imagine the mismatch that would be? Usman v. Belal.
That would be sacrilege. Honestly, it would be that's blasphemous. You can't do that. I think he did come back. He's like, I'm not gonna, Leon, if anything. But
I will say one thing though for this. So how good Belal looked against Stephen Thompson, and we know how elite striker Stephen is, arguably the best in the division. Yeah. Leon Edwards didn't have this trouble. Leon Edwards had no trouble evading takedowns, clinch game, spun it back on himself, beat the crap out of him striking. Leon Edwards would beat the snot out of Stephen Thompson. That tells me. Stephen Thompson is now at the age where he's never going to get past rank 5 again now.
That's the thing, though. You have to look at what he's done and where he's at now. He's like clearly just a little bit older, and he's had a lot more experience than these guys. But it's time.
Damian Maia's only 80. It's true. That win would have been really good 6 or 7 years ago. But yeah. Belal v Burns make it. I agree.
See, that would be fun because we can honestly assess each one of them and their grappling abilities.
Yeah, and Burns will beat the shit out of him.
This matchup with Belal and Thompson was like, all right, well, Thompson got taken down more in this fight than he has, I think, in his entire career, correct?
Yeah.
And
6, I think.
Belal just didn't give him enough distance to show off his striking. So that didn't tell me what it showed me was like, yeah, Belal is good. Yep. But like,
he can't strike with Steven.
No. Just that was just an odd. It was an odd stylistic matchup to me because Stephen Thompson is clearly, no disrespect, he is the karate hottie or whatever you call him. He's like one of the best, but he's on the downward spiral, and that's why I encourage fighters to hang it up before it gets to this point. Now, I know they love to fight. I'm not saying you should retire before you're ready, but like,
I'll tell you a fight it reminded me of actually. I'll tell you a fight it reminded me of, and Aaron will like this because he hates on him. Which is all good. So it reminded me of Darren Till, Derek Brunson, because he hates Darren Till.
I also hate Darren.
Okay, I'm English.
I mean, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. He's funny.
Let me just cut this call off. Yeah, no.
It's been fun being here.
So basically, every time Till stood with Brunson, Till hurt him. That's the way it was, and Brunson destroyed him everywhere else. Every time Stephen hit Belal panicked and ran, and it hurt him bad, and he just had to out-grapple him. It's a one-way, but they were so strong in the other area, they could dictate the entire fight, and that's what happened with this. And Aaron's completely right. Age and damage caught up with Stephen quickly. He's 38, 39. Wonder Man now, not Wonder Boy.
Bro, so, like when I remember, like when and I'm not saying my parents.
He did. Aaron watched the third round. He nearly knocked him out.
Bro, stop. He didn't hurt Derek.
Watch the third round. He hurt him, mate.
Aaron, let's
fell
all
over
remember
from
to
a
keep
punch.
our bias in check. It gets me in trouble with Sean a lot.
Yeah. Aaron's turned my tide on Till.
Till is bad. I think he's overhyped 1,000%.
That's all it is. He's just overhyped and got rushed. That's all it is. He's still young. I think he's only 26.
I'm glad you said overhyped and got rushed, because that's another problem with these prospects is like people put
Donald Cerrone,
Patty
Thompson Woodley. What? Beat Donald Cerrone, then fought Thompson, and I scored that a draw. Didn't think he beat Thompson, and then he got put against Woodley. What? That's called rushed. Rushed. Yeah, he should never been in there. He should have had at least 5 more fights before he even got near someone like Stephen Thompson.
It's not. Oh my God, Darren can't beat anyone in top 15. Oh, we're stuck on a Darren train. See, I thought he despises Darren Till. I think Darren should be fighting. He should be fighting people 10 to 15. That's where he should be at. Well, that's he shouldn't be anywhere. Compromise, you two. Yeah. Now settle the fuck down.
Yeah. We'll do a full every time Till comes up, Aaron's going to be. Because it's gold. It's gold. Watching Aaron rant is beautiful. Darren. Yeah, he did.
Right, let's move on before he throws his fit.
Yeah, we agree on that, Aaron.
Cub. Gamrot, what do you think about him? I mean, that was pretty.
Gamrot was. I really rate Diego Ferreira. Really, really rate him. I think he's a very good fighter.
17-5. That's respectable.
It's a great record. He's a very good fighter, but Gamrot is he's good everywhere. He's just a great mixed martial artist. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's got great takedown defense as well. He's got great scrambles, which he showed in this. Really good scrambles, because Gamrot was anyone else. Gamrot would have just held them like regular Gillespie style, but didn't happen. Didn't happen at all because of Diego's scrambling abilities. Much like a Tony Ferguson, just somersaults his way out and just barrel rolls,
weird shit to get out.
Front flips, handstands. You've got it. So, but Gamrot looks
childhood gymnastics. That's what I see when I see him. But he got it. I mean, he got it done.
Exactly. Gamrot he's got that little X factor about him, and his only loss is a split decision, which he doesn't really count, which is nice.
No, you count it, sir. I'm sorry. That's that whole Sean O'Malley.
I know. I know. No, he doesn't. I count it. Yeah.
Well, we must count it.
Unless
Diego
it's a bad
Ferreira faces Savages, but Gamrot is on the rise. Give him Bobby Green.
That's a good shout.
What? I don't know.
But then again, you're feeding another up and coming to Bobby Green. Give Bobby Green a break.
I know, and also it's so much pressure on these up and comers. Like, I don't think it's fair. Let them work their way to the top respectfully, and let's make their career last a little bit longer. Fuck! There's so much pressure put on these guys. Although he is 20-1, I don't know. He's been in the game long enough. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Give him greed. Let's see it.
We all agreed, and the first person ever to miss weight at heavyweight.
I know.
Derek Lewis can make heavyweight, but Justin Tafa cannot. Excuse me?
Derek Lewis, 30 pounds heavier than his opponent, can make weight at heavyweight.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And he, I mean, it sounds silly that I picked Daukaus for this fight.
I picked Daukaus happily and like confidently.
He was the favorite. I didn't realize that. I thought I was picking a major underdog.
Favorites either.
He was a massive favorite, but like plus like a 3-1 favorite in the UK, and I was shocked by that.
So
and I was like, if I knew that, I would have put Derek Lewis. But yeah,
I don't understand how Daukaus was the favorite. I picked him thinking, almost knowing he must be the underdog because of how much, like from a favorites perspective, how much like people loved Lewis and expect him to get the win. So when Aaron naturally was like, "Yep, Daukaus is the favorite," I was like, "Fuck, I'm probably gonna lose."
my missus' favorite fighter is Derek Lewis as well.
He's fun. He's always fun.
And his post-fight interviews, everything. She doesn't massively love MMA, but she'll always tune in to watch Derek Lewis.
Oh, that's cute. I love that. Good for her.
Gonna have to get a big poster of him.
Ah, yeah.
Got Randy Couture in the corner, but I need Derek Lewis. Yeah.
I can't believe he threw his cup into the crowd and the guy grabbed it. Like, dude.
He did a shoey out of it kind of style. He drank out of it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Derek Lewis said it was like a hot latte.
Oh, no, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
That's
Lewis made me feel like a fool once again.
Man. Australians would not approve, bro.
Yeah, I agree, Aaron. It's the thing is, that's the thing with Derek Lewis is that I thought he could beat Cyril Gane.
Oh, I did.
Cyril's never had. I picked Cyril, but I thought Derek.
You, smart man.
See, Derek has every opportunity, and I thought no one's really hit Cyril. I haven't seen his chin take impact, and Derek hits one par below Francis.
Cyril Gane's fight IQ. Watching Lewis's brain explode as he saw Cyril switch stances was hysterical. He was like, "What is this guy doing?" He's just never faced a heavyweight like that before. It was a beautiful thing to witness. Cyril does not move like a heavyweight. Yeah, I love watching him, and I have him against Ngannou.
What?
Hot take.
Yeah,
I know.
I can't wait to talk about that fight in the new year. Yeah.
Hot take. But
what do you think about Chris Daukaus' comments then about in the pre-fight? He said the top 4 heavyweights in the division for the long term will be him, which I'm not so sure now, might be in the future, will be him, Gane, Ngannou, and Tom Aspinall. That's who he believes.
I can see. He's pretty good. I don't know. He might be overhyped as well, but I love Tom Aspinall.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm sorry. There's some fighters I'll buy into the hype. I think Cyril Ngannou makes sense. Daukaus, I think he's got the ability. He ran really small in this fight, but I don't know. He's better than people give him. Everybody's unsold on Aspinall. I'm getting 50-50 on Aspinall. Either you love him or you're like, fuck him, he's overhyped. And again, I'm like,
I don't think he's overhyped because he's beating people that he should be beating. He's not fought anyone ranked, and he doesn't want to fight anyone that is above him. He said, "I'm in no rush. I'm 27 years old. I got loads of time."
Oh, so let's talk. Is that the same as kind of like a Sean O'Malley type status? He doesn't want to. No,
he wants to fight someone above every time, but he doesn't want to be rushed. He said, "If I win 2 fights, don't put me with the top 5. I'm not ready for that." He's like being honest about himself. But
you can't tell me he's bad. You can't tell me Tom Aspinall's bad. All right, where do
fucking amazing. I've seen him train with my own eyes. I've seen him at Cage Warriors every time.
I gotta know what you don't like about him.
About Tom, I love Tom.
Oh,
now this is Tom's comments.
Oh,
he says I don't want to be rushed. Was his thing. Yeah. Oh, I adore Tom Aspinall.
Right, then take your fucking time, dude. We were just talking about not wanting prospects to be rushed. Take your fucking time, dude. But if you want to be up there with the Cyril Gane and the Ngannou, you got to kind of make a statement at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really go off of what these fighters say, though. I can only go off of their performances because Twitter is not a real place, and like neither is social media. They say a lot of shit. What I need to know is what's happening in the cage. You know what I mean? That's
if it's off performances,
kinda
then
where I'm at.
Aspinall has finished 3 out of 4 in under a minute, and then he beat, or 4 out of 5 in under a minute, and then he choked Arlovsky out against the cage in the start of the second round.
I picked Arlovsky in that fight.
Why?
Because I love him.
Everyone loves
I
Arlovsky.
don't lose money on this, Lewis. I can pick what the fuck I want. I don't bet. And I pick Arlovsky, and I look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's going to be on the London card, Aaron Aspinall. I'd love to hear Aaron say this name as well, because I know he's really good at pronouncing names.
He's not on the show. There's no way.
Abrakamov, yeah. I haven't got my glasses on. I can't read it from there. But yeah, that's going to be on the March card, which should be back in London for the first time since COVID.
Oh, across the pond. Maybe we should take a trip over there. That's not going to happen.
Tickets are not as cheap as they are in the US, because we only get one card.
I own a company. I make plenty of money.
There you go.
Not bragging.
Yeah, help me, please. Yeah.
Oh, good love.
There's so tickets in the UK, because there's only a fight card a year, maybe 2, when everything's back to normal.
My love.
Yeah, but everywhere in the US has, you know what I mean? It's so people travel a lot. You can get a quick flight over, but yeah, tickets here, I think they start at about £150 for the nosebleeds. And then Ticketmaster buys them all out and resells them at £400 a ticket.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Ticketmaster.
So if you go to the UFC, you're paying a lot of money to go to the UK one. So a lot of people go to Cage Warriors and, Bama when it was here, and
awesome.
Bellator.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
There's some good fights on Cage Warriors. Come on now.
I love Cage Warriors. I'll go every time. Yeah.
Smart man. See, you're a smart man. You are an actual fan, Lewis.
You gotta see. I saw Conor McGregor with my own eyes when he got choked out by Duffy. So
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with you seeing Conor McGregor get brilliant. I'm so jealous you got to see that motherfucker get choked out. Hey, what's going on, baby cakes? Nice to have you in the chat.
Cage Warriors is my homeboy. Yeah, there you go. We got Tamara's here, Jim and Aaron all in the chat. Lovely. Yeah, so
as well.
We had a few boring fights on here. We don't need to talk about those though. I don't really want to mention.
I'll talk with whatever you want.
Yeah. But I will mention. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna prepare.
Boy, oh boy.
Right.
I'm nervous of what fight you.
Aaron's joined the chat now, and I know he's similar to me in how he scores fights. Wait, I want to hear him whether he scored Angela Hill or Lemos.
I don't care about that fight, so you guys have.
You don't care, yeah, because you don't care about it. But I want to get the chat's thing because it was fight of the night, which we both disagree with.
Absolutely, I could not disagree more. I was bored watching that fight.
So your fight of the night would have been Jourdain.
I changed it because you can't pick a round one fight as fight of the night. Even though I really did think that Cub Swanson I thought that was a real Elkins versus Swanson.
I would put that as performance of the night if that was
or is
that the thing?
You're right, they did. So
is fight of the night even a thing anymore? Or is it just called performance of the night? I don't know.
Called performance of the night. But
they used to have submission of the night, knockout of the night. They got rid of all those and.
I'm fine that they got something of the night because it was well deserved. It was a great fight for that short 2 minutes and 55 seconds, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I do not agree. Angela Hill, that was just. I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I thought I watched all 15 minutes, but I must have missed something. I don't know. I did not.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Lemos lost. Okay. Good. We all agree.
Verdict agrees too. The verdict, which is like the global UFC, global scoring community, also agreed that like Angela was completely fucking robbed.
Yeah, no, I believe she was. Yeah, 30-27
for a fourth time in a row or something like that, or third time in a row, right?
I do feel bad for her. One fight you can talk about then. How do you like Rocky Pennington?
Fantastic.
You love her, yeah? You like her?
No, I don't. I'm not.
You don't like Rocky. You don't like Raquel. Do you like female fighters? Have you?
I can't say that on the record.
No.
I can't say that on the record because people will eat me alive. But no, I'm technically, I don't usually rock the.
No, I know loads of people that don't. This is fine. I know loads of people that tune out for them.
But it's very few and far between. I love, I don't know. I'm not a big Macy Chiasson fan. No one, no disrespect. It's just that they just don't get me excited.
I get that as well.
Shitting, Aaron. What are you shitting right now? What did you just comment shit for? Well, shit what?
Damn, Lewis asked the
He knows
question.
I don't like female fights as much.
No,
What did you think of Raquel Pennington?
I thought it was boring.
There you go.
I sat on my hands looking at my phone for the first round.
Oh, I feel better now. I should have
And
had
in the second round, something started happening, and I was like, okay, I can watch this. And then the choke. It just, a 10-finger choke is essentially a Gable grip across the throat.
Wait, was it round 2 or round 3? Round 2. It was round 2. Second round.
Yeah, a couple of minutes into the second round.
Yeah.
And there's an easy tap, and it was just, it's impressive for Raquel because she's good, but nothing more. It's like the skill levels in the females are either up here with the Shevchenko, the Nunez's and stuff, or they're down here, and there's no in between.
That's what bothers me. That's why we need some crossover between promotions. We need some more of these fucking savages and other promotions to come over. Like, all right, Maverick, she's a savage. Why don't we get to see more of her? She's a fucking savage. She's fun to watch.
Jillian,
Barber,
Aaron's BFF.
I don't get her. I do not get her appeal at all.
Yeah, no, I get you. A question I'll ask you then, because it is a good play. Do you think Kayla Harrison's going to come over?
I think Kayla Harrison is good at judo. I may not love her personality, but you can't say she's bad. She's wicked cocky, and not a lot of people like her personality, but you can't say she's bad. But again, look at her competition. Who is she facing? You can't assess a competitor if they're facing people who can't hold their own.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What happened with Ben Askren? Yeah.
Oh, Ben Askren.
That's what happened with him, though, isn't it? Undefeated coming in.
They don't give him enough credit, though.
I think they give him enough credit. I think
everybody hates on Ben Askren.
I like his personality. I hate his fighting style. It's the opposite of O'Malley.
He's just like this wacky wrestler motherfucker.
It is the curly hair.
It is the curly hair. Have you ever seen him in high school? Oh my god, that shit was like out here.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
That's what really got his appeal, was his wacky hairstyle and fucking personality. Anyways,
exactly what happened with Ben Askren. I think he's just doing wrestling now, isn't he? He just teaches wrestling.
And rightfully so. I don't think he's meant for MMA. And after that whole boxing bullshit, get out of it.
Did you watch that?
I watched the highlights on every MMA page for some fucking reason. You all these MMA pages love to post about these Triller boxing events, which I do not understand.
Views. That's all they care about. The credit is out the window.
I follow MMA pages for MMA. This is not MMA.
It's because Tyron Woodley's MMA. He represents MMA. No, he doesn't.
Ben Askren? No.
Yeah, exactly. I think he finally should fight a boxer, please. Just fight a boxer. Just fight a boxer.
Like, stick to YouTube. You have YouTube. Why do you need MMA? It's the one thing I love. You're ruining it for me. What about combat jiu-jitsu? Are you going to talk shit about, because we already touched this topic, Aaron. We're big fans of combat jiu-jitsu, Lewis and I. So,
anything jiu-jitsu. I do jiu-jitsu. So you got to do it.
I wasn't a fan of the slapping. A couple fighters were slapping last night. I didn't really love that.
I love that. I love it. Yeah, because we do it in the gym. If you go do jiu-jitsu, when you do, they do little modes like grapple and strike. They do little things like that. So if you're in a real life scenario, you're loosen the guard up a little bit by throwing actual punches, and some of the people
punches are fine. It was
slap, mate.
Legit open-handed.
Palms hit, palms hurt. They hurt, man. You hit some with a palm, because it's a lot harder to break your hand if you hit with a palm, so it's safer.
Okay, all right, fair enough. See, this is why I'm here.
Yeah. What the fuck do you mean? Am I going to talk shit? It's my shit. How much jiu-jitsu is required for?
All right, where do you land on foot stomping? I'm not a big fan of the foot stomping. I think that's a weak-ass move. Usman? Yeah? I'm talking to you, Us.
I'll ask you one question as well, because I've been asking everyone it so far. I asked Brad Wheeler it, I've asked Aaron it. I'm going to be asking everyone it, and Brad Wheeler should be hooking me up, hopefully, with Arnold Allen soon, which is going to be awesome.
Okay, I'm not
oblique kicks. Aaron will know this talk. What is your opinion? I won't say anything. I'll let you know what other people have said afterwards. I play devil's advocate in this. I give the other side of it, but I am for them. That's all I'll say. But what is your opinion on oblique kicks?
I don't like watching them because I know how horrible they are. But it is a legal shot, and I'm not the biggest John Jones fan, again, personally, but he's the king of oblique kicks, and they obviously work. And if that is your open shot, I'm not it's not my preference because again, I like grappling. So like that's the same as like I don't like bare knuckle fighting because I think it's fucking dirty and gross. But it's legal, and I'm not going to try to take it away from the game. It's a huge part of the game. And what are you going to start now? If you take it out of the game, right, against fighters who have already trained and know that this is a legal move, like this muscle memory in them, they know that oblique kicks is part of the game, and you all of a sudden make it illegal, right? Are you going to now give fouls to fighters who throw oblique kicks? Like that is going to become a really touchy subject, one that I think is completely unnecessary to bring to the sport. I don't like seeing them because I know how much they must hurt, but I'm not in any way for taking them out of the game. They are a completely legal shot.
I agree.
You're going to punch someone square in the nose, but you can't kick somebody's oblique. Like, that's just not – you can't have that argument.
Yeah, the argument was from a professional point of view. If you are in the UFC or a high organization, you can make a lot of money or get paid a lot of money. If you are on the regional circuit, such as Cage Warriors or LFA, you're being paid peanuts. Yeah. And if you get hit by an oblique kick, you also work part-time most of the time. You're not a full-time fighter. You could be done for life. It could end your career. That was the other side of it. But I also said, what's the difference between getting shinned in the face and getting a bleed on the brain or anything like that? It's a dangerous sport. You should know what you get into. It's that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly.
Like
it's kicking someone directly in their joint to wreck it.
And in one FC, you can knee a grounded opponent, which is what
you should be doing in MMA anyway.
Petr and Aljamain Sterling had fought in one FC. Petr would be fucking the current champion, just so you know. But like you have to kind of what you're going into with these fucking fights, man. I'm not saying it's like it's not dirty. It sucks because it could be completely career-ending, not only with like your professional fighting career, but with whatever side hustle you got going on. But that's the same with any other injury. I mean, it's just, I think there's no reason to take it out of the game. I think that would just completely, and when you're in combat, you're supposed to now calculate illegal, like guys take groin shots, right? Never intentionally, but you're throwing kicks. One might happen to land on the oblique. And it's not something that you can politically take out of combat sports. It just doesn't make any sense to me. They suck. They do. I don't like seeing them because I know how much they hurt, but I'm not in any way against oblique kicks.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll.
But I do see the other side of it. You can't not argue. I mean, you have to at least be able to see.
It's a good argument. That's why. Yeah. It's a good one. But yeah, I agree. A knees to down opponent should definitely be legal. Absolutely. The amount of fights that
totally agree. Because Aljo, and no offense to Aljo, but the way he was like crawling with that much adrenaline from Petr, I would have need my opponent too. I would have get the fuck up, dude.
I'm surprised he didn't stamp on his head afterwards or something.
Him, I would have done the same thing.
The most. Do you know the worst part about the Aljo Yan thing is
that Petr was
he
winning?
Still goes on like he won legit.
I know.
And it really, I know he's probably just doing it to wind everyone up, but he makes Cejudo look lovely. He makes all these cringy people.
Disputed champ. Literally the world's first disputed champion in this sport that I've ever seen. I'm not trying to condone what Petr did, but it was clearly like imagine the adrenaline.
He thought it was legal. That's all it was. He thought it was legal. Nothing more.
He would not have risked the championship if he thought like, oh, this is going to get me eliminated. And it should have been a no contest. I don't think that the belt, I know it was such a rare occurrence, but like, I don't think that type of disqualification should auto earn you the belt. Like that is bananas to me. And now look at how long he's held up the division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I said he pulled out of the Yan fight. And Sandhagen took his place, but he didn't pull out because he was actually injured. He pulled out because his conditioning was bad and he felt ill. That was it. So they brought on the interim belt.
People will call you a hater, Lewis.
Just strip him. Strip him. If he's so good, he'd get the belt back.
This is really annoying. You can't hold the division hostage for this long. He's going to have to forfeit that belt if he wants to hold it. You just can't. You can't hold the division up this long. You just can't. Fighters are aging quickly. And Petr's coming for the fucking belt, dude. He's going to take it. I get so angry at this argument.
Next surgery.
Mainly Petr was winning, and I had Petr winning that fight. I picked him to win. That whole thing ruined my whole night. A year.
He might have had neck surgery, Aaron. I'm not too sure, but he didn't mention that in the reason he actually pulled out. He said, "I'm not injured" to Ariel Helwani.
Very
So
good.
I take that as gospel. But
I'm with you on that.
that's pretty much all the fight night.
Aaron is like very politically correct on this one. He's like very on Aljo's side, and I get it, but I just sorry.
No, he's playing a heel. Yeah, I know he is. He's playing it too well.
Playing a little too well, I'd say.
Too well, yeah.
It's been long enough. I think we can get going on this fucking division, dude. Because there's so many exciting fighters in this division that could like with that. It's just he's really thrown a wrench in this whole division.
Absolutely.
I said that. Sorry, Aaron.
Now Aaron can discuss it next week, because next week I am predicting it goes on for a couple hours, because we're gonna have 4 of us.
Wait, who? You and Lucky Lux?
No, it's for next week. It is me, you, Aaron, and Steve.
Oh my god, next week is the MMA awards. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So it's going to probably go on for a couple hours, because we're going to discuss a lot of things, because there might be some arguments, there might be some disagreements, and I'm looking forward to getting some rage going. Next week will be chaos, absolutely, Aaron. So, and I've slipped 2 of my nominees of the thing, but I've written, I think, 3 nominees for every category I sent you guys. Disclose the categories later, and I hope, you're going to
yell at everybody, Aaron.
You probably, but
it is going to be chaos, but it's going to be
I hope someone throws again like a dark horse or a hidden gem or something no one's thought of. But think of your referee of the year.
You have, I don't care what they say, you have 4 of the most brilliant minds in UFC MMA fandom with you, me, Aaron, and Steve, who I have known and worked with before, but haven't worked with in a while. But we all see things very differently. We all have a very different perspective, but we all love the sport to its maximum, and it just makes for really good content. So next week is going to be fucking explosive. I'm so excited. And I'm honored that you guys are going to have me on for it, because this is shit that I think about before I go to bed. Like, who is the best ref in MMA?
All I do all day, every day is have combat sports on. It's just combat sports. That's all I do. I go train it. I go watch it.
I love it.
On repeat.
My people, yes!
For nearly 20 years.
I love it.
Cry. But that's all the UFC Fight Night review can talk. Event of the year equals Herb Dean. There's going to be a lot of slagging Herb Dean off in this. I can't wait for it.
We're all just going to talk about poor Herb Dean that night, because
he dies. The new Mario Yamasaki / Steve Mazzagatti guy.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
Homicide at this point. I swear to God, Herb is just waiting for homicide.
He won Ref of the Year. He's almost validating his crapness.
I defended him for as long as I could. It wasn't until about last year where I was like, I can't even back him up anymore. What am I doing here?
Everyone knows I'm a massive Dan Hardy fan, hence I'm wearing his clothing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But when it came to Dan screaming "Stop the fight" at him for the Trinaldo on Jai Herbert, I was like, Herb's just lost it. He's not. I don't know. He's even watching the fight anymore. Like, the guy's on the floor just taking shots like this.
He doesn't understand what he's doing anymore. He's just like, I want to see someone die in this cage.
It's so horrible, but it's probably true. He's like, I'm bored.
I don't know. So that's going to be some good discussions. I'm very much looking forward to next week. I feel like I've had this material ready for 5 years, and I'm finally going to get to talk about it.
Yeah, man. Excellent. Perfect. Well, thank you very much for coming on anyway.
Thank you for having me on.
Same time next week.
Yes.
It'll be, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Everyone in the chat and yourself, have a lovely Christmas. It's on Saturday now. And subscribe to everyone's channel, Aaron's, Boston's on social. You don't have a YouTube channel, do you?
No, I have Instagram. That's it.
It's just Instagram. So follow Boston Comments on Instagram. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Cheers.